Hello, my beautiful souls. We're in my kitchen today, so you probably know what is going to happen. I'm going to test 4 weight loss meals with high amount of protein. I'm a little sick and probably have a fever today, so my cooking might turn to a disaster. That's life, no matter if you're healthy or sick, you just gotta eat. And someone has to cook it. And that's me. Today, once again, I'm trying to hit 1600 calories and over 100 grams of protein. I'm trying to lose weight, get stronger, be happier, gain control over my life. That would be nice. So if you want to join me on this beautiful journey, or if you're on a similar journey and need a friend, I'm your friend today, okay? So click the subscribe button and the like button and leave a comment, because that's what's important to keep the engine going strong, you know, like my muscles after my push-up challenge. And now I'm going to make breakfast. For breakfast, I'm gonna make tuna wrap by Recipes by Victoria, but she didn't provide us with the recipe, so I'm gonna have to guess a little bit. What did she do here? You know, because her wrap has 62 grams of protein, and I don't know how is it even possible, because one can of tuna has like 30, so she used 2. Did she use 2 cans of tuna in one wrap? Well, I'm gonna use 1 can of tuna for one wrap, so mine will have less protein for sure. She also uses some kind of white liquidy thingy like mayo or Greek yogurt, but I don't know what it is, so I'm going to, you know, combine a little mayo with a little yogurt. Also, I don't have big tomatoes. I have small little baby tomatoes, so that's what I'm going to use. And I think that's it. We also have capare. I forgot how it's called.
Caper.
Okay, so we have capers. And also 1 little mushed avocado. I'm forgetting every word I know today, so please excuse me. Let's do this. Let's eat some breakfast. First, I need an onion. I don't feel like chopping it myself today, so I'm just going to cut it into a few chunks and let the electric chopper do the work. Oh, and just so you know, I always cook 2 portions, 1 for me and 1 for my fiancé. So I'm adding 2 cans of tuna to the chopped onion. Then some capers, about 3.5 teaspoons. Next, the best Polish mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon, and 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. She also added something that looks like mustard, but I don't know if that's mustard or something else, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Maybe it is a mustard. So we will add mustard, like this much maybe, or a little bit more. Then pepper, as much salt as you like, and a squeeze of lime juice. Now we mix everything together with a fork and chop these little baby tomatoes into even smaller pieces. Next, cut the tortilla from the center outward. Now we have 4 zones on our tortilla. 1 for mashed avocado, then the tuna mixture, tomatoes, and more tuna mixture. Once everything is in place, it's time to wrap it up. Honestly, it's way easier than anything I've wrapped before. Then I'll make another one for my fiancé. Time to heat the tortillas in a pan, 2 minutes per side. Okay, the first one's a little burnt. That one will be mine. So let's heat another one. And done. To be honest, I thought it would be so much worse than it actually is, because it's delicious. Like, it's tomatoes and tuna tuna, and it doesn't sound like a good combination, but it is. It's another cooking video with a 5-star breakfast. I can't believe it. And it's 5 stars in all categories because it's super quick to make and also super easy. I love it. I love it so much. When it comes to nutrition, it doesn't have 60 grams of protein, but it has 40. It's also a lot. And 550 calories. So it's a solid breakfast for weight loss and for muscle gain. But I'm starting to lose my voice, so let me take a little break and see you at lunch. For lunch, I'm going to make low-calorie chicken pad thai. And if you know me, you probably suspect that I'm not going to make chicken, okay? That's not going to be chicken. That's going to be turkey. Because turkey has less calories and has more protein than chicken. So why choose chicken over turkey? I don't know. And there's also a second change to his recipe because he's using powdered peanut butter and I don't have powdered peanut butter. I know where to buy it, but I didn't. So today we're going to use regular peanut butter. So I'm going to have to be careful today because the last time I used regular peanut butter over powdered one, the thing I made was 2 times as caloric as the thing that I was going to make. We're gonna use a little less than he's using. Less talking, more cooking. Let's cut the turkey. I'm cutting the turkey into small cubes and seasoning it with garlic powder and pepper, then giving it a little massage. Let's prep the sauce. 2 milliliters of soy sauce, 10 milliliters of fish sauce, big spoon of tamarind puree, my new favorite sweetener, erythritol, about this much, and a little more. And my nemesis, peanut butter, just 1 full spoon. Mix it all up until smooth. Oh, and I almost forgot the lime juice. Time for another onion today. Honestly, I don't know why I thought using a whole large onion was a good idea, but let's blame it on my favorite brain, okay? I couldn't find spring onions at the store, but chives are basically the same thing, right? Let's throw the turkey into a pan, add the onion. Wow, that's a lot of onion. And stir it every once in a while for a few minutes. Then add 2 eggs, 1 per person, and stir again. I don't know how long this was cooking, but now it's time to add rice noodles. According to Aussie Fitness, I should have boiled them for just 2 minutes, but I completely forgot about it, so I overcooked them a bit. Now add the sauce and bean sprouts, stir well, and let it cook for a few more minutes while I crush 1.5 tablespoons of peanuts. Time for the final touches so it doesn't look like vomit. Crushed peanuts, some chives, and a sprinkle of fresh lime juice. And voila! The dish is ready. I'm a little disappointed by this meal. It doesn't really taste that good. It's soggy. That's probably my fault. I probably cooked noodles a little too long and there was too much onion, and that's why it tastes mostly like onion. I was also afraid of adding too much peanut butter because calories. I don't taste these peanuts at all. It's also a little too sour because probably too much lime juice. For me, that's a disaster, so I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 stars when it comes to taste. But that's my fault, probably, but you can check it out for yourself. When it comes to time, it took me a while, so I'm giving it 4 stars out of 5, but today my brain isn't working that good, so that's also probably me. Difficulty 5 stars, it's not that hard to make, even when you're having a fever. When it comes to nutrition, I'm also a little disappointed because, I didn't use that much peanut butter. I literally used 1 spoon of peanut butter and the whole meal is 1450 1450 calories and 100 grams of protein. 1450 calories for 2 people, that's a lot. I measured it, so my serving was 580 calories and 40 grams of protein. I think I'm not going to make it again, so let's move on to another meal. My brain is almost non-functional right now, so there's no one here, but we're going to make a dessert. And I lied at the start of this video because I told you that every recipe is from TikTok, and that's actually not true, because this recipe is from a popular Polish cooking blog called Ania Gotuje, which means Ania cooks. And it's not me. I'm Ania, but that's a different Ania. There's a lot of Anias in Poland. And she made skyrnik. Everyone knows cheesecake, right? So it's like cheesecake, which is called sernik in Poland. Sernik. But it's made from Icelandic yogurt called skyr. So it's called skyrnik. Hope you're not confused. I'm a little confused today, but I would be confused no matter what. And it only needs like 4 ingredients, so it's really easy. Skyr. I have vanilla skyr and a natural plain skyr. This one is kind of sweet and has vanilla in it, and I just really like it. Some kind of sweetener, I chose erythritol, and the cooking Ania also has erythritol in her recipe. Also, 4 eggs and budyń. Budyń. This is budyń. I literally don't know how it's called in English. I need to check it right now.
Pudding.
Pudding. So if you want to follow this recipe, you need to find instant pudding mix, non-sugar, preferably vanilla, and that's it. That's just the 4 main ingredients for this cake. You will also need some kind of fruits for the topping. In Ania's recipe, she used apricots. I will use strawberries, but you can literally add any fruit you like. Any fruits. I feel like peaches will be nice. Blueberries will be nice. And of course you will also need a baking tray, preferably this size. So let's go and bake a cake. Starting with skyr. Just dump it all into a big bowl. I've also got some leftover vanilla paste, so it's the perfect time to use it. Then 4 eggs, 140 grams of erythritol and 2 packets or 40 grams of powdered vanilla pudding. Try not to drop the packaging into the butter. Then mix everything until smooth. Beautiful. Line your baking tray with parchment paper, pour in the butter and top it with some fruit. That's it. Easiest cake ever. And now all we have to do is to put our beautiful cake into the oven for an hour, the middle part of the oven. Ta-da! Now we need to have our cake in the oven for a full hour. And check it once in a while, but don't open the oven because your cheesecake will get flat. And then we're gonna turn off the oven and let it sit for another 10 minutes in the oven, but without the heating. And then we just open it a little bit and let it sit for another 30 minutes. And then we're gonna cool it down, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge. That's it. So now we wait. That's how it looks freshly out of the oven. And now we're gonna let it cool down on the table. The cake is waiting for me in the fridge, so I decided that in the meantime I'm going to make the dinner. You know, the last meal of the day. And I found this guy named Enrique Lee. I think that's how it's pronounced. No, it's not. I have no idea where I got Enrique from. His name is Eric. There are a few reasons why I decided for this recipe. First one, this transformation is super inspiring. Second, I have leftover cooked turkey in the fridge. Third, I have chili oil that I never use and this recipe uses chili oil. Fourth, it looks really easy and quick to make. So that's why I'm going to make it today. It's Chinese style chicken cucumber salad and it's one of the foods that saved him on his cut. So hopefully it will save me today. And if it doesn't, I have a whole cake in the fridge. So let's do it. First, I'm slicing the cucumber as thinly as possible, putting it in a bowl. Then I'm chopping some chives. Should have been spring onions again, but well, chives. Add them to the bowl, then some shredded turkey breast or any other protein source you might like. And time for the sauce. 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 3 teaspoons of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds, some MSG. I love MSG, that's one of my favorite ingredients in Asian cuisine. And finally, 2 teaspoons of chili oil. Mix it all together and it's done. Quickest dinner ever. If it tastes even half as good as it smells, this is gonna be amazing. I can smell it even with my totally stuffed nose, so you know, the smell is just amazing. I can't wait to eat it, so let's go eat it. But first, let's take the cake out of the fridge. I'm cutting it into 10 kinda equal slices. I tried to make it look nice on a cake stand, but I think that's beyond my skill set. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 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 I didn't expect it to be so tasty. That salad is like 5 out of 5 in terms of taste. What? 5 out of 5? 6 out of 5. It's 6 out of 5 in terms of taste, 6 out of 5 in terms of time, and 6 out of 5 in terms of difficulty. That's my new favorite salad. I'm gonna eat it almost every day. I just know it because I always have some leftover turkey. And you know, buying cucumber is not a big deal and everything else is just always in the house, so you need to just have cucumber and turkey or chicken or anything. You know, it's so easy to make. I can totally understand what he meant when he said that it saved him on his gut. It doesn't taste like usual low calorie, high protein meals. It doesn't. It tastes amazing. And I also discovered that I love chili oil. I love chili oil. When we talk about nutrition, I made 2 servings. Each serving had 310 calories and 42 grams of protein. That's almost only protein. That's my new favorite diet food. And that's it. Let's talk about the cake. You see that cake? That cake is delicious. It tastes like regular Polish cheesecake and you would not think that it's diet cheesecake. You would not even think about it. It's so good. It's so delicious. And you know what? 1 serving of this cake, I made 10, is 130 calories and 12 grams of protein. You can eat it like every day. You can eat cake every day. Probably more than 1 serving. So now let's just rate it, okay? Taste. 5 out of 5. You will love it. You will love it. If you love cheesecake, I love cheesecake. If you love cheesecake, you will be very, very grateful for this recipe. If you make it, call it skyrnik. That's the beautiful word, okay? Call it skyrnik. If we talk about time, it's a little tricky because preparation is super fast. You will probably make it in less than 10 minutes, but it needs to sit in the oven for almost 1.5 hours. And then it needs to cool down and then it needs to sit in the fridge. So, you know, it's few hours of waiting. So what should I rate it? I will give it a 3 because it's like in the middle, because preparation is fast but waiting is long, so let's give it a 3 out of 5. And the difficulty is like 6 out of 5. It's super easy. You can't make an easier cake. Is it even possible that somewhere out there exists a better weight loss dessert? I don't think so. I don't think so. If I find it, I will tell you. But right now, that's the top of the top. If you like cheesecake, you will love it. Remember, all the recipes are down in the description box, but this one might be a little tricky because it's not on TikTok. It's on a Polish blog called Ania Gotuje, different Ania. I modified it a bit, so I will also write you a modified recipe in the description somewhere down there. And that's it. That's all I had to say right now. Bye. I hope that the other Anya told you everything you needed to know about these two meals. Right now I'm just really happy. I'm so happy. I'm almost feeling like I'm healthy again. The salad, the cheesecake, I could eat it every day. By the way, I ate 1570 calories and got 132 grams of protein today, so I hit my goal. I hope you had fun today because I did, even though my brain is a little foggy and probably I made so many mistakes in my English today. But this doesn't matter at all because almost everything was really tasty. Tell me in the comments which of the recipes you would like to try. You can find every recipe in the description down below. So I guess that's it for today. I'm going to sleep, to recover. Keep me in your thoughts so I will get better quickly. And see you next time. Bye!